Welcome to part 7 of Legends on Legends, where I'm interviewing other Legends content creators talking about the game while we still can. Slightly different one today. We are joined by Frostbreak. How are you going?
Not too bad. Legends on Legends is an app name. I was a
Yes,
Hearthstone legend at one point, but
true.
not an Elder Scrolls legend.
Yes, so yeah, that's sort of your point of difference, is you've only been playing Legends for, what, 2.5 months?
A little bit more. Yeah, I've been trying to. I learned about it in mid October, and I tried. I think I'm going to be able to get almost 100 days of gameplay before it shuts down. So that's what I'm framing my. I'm trying to try all these Elder Scrolls games that I've never played before, and I've never tried this one. So I figured, why not make a video out of it? So I've been playing about 2 hours a day for almost 100 days.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And
Can you see my can you see my thing?
yeah, that rank
Rank
6.
6.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
We've only been going for what, 2 weeks of this season, so you're not doing too bad. Um, yes, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to play against each other because you've got the guest account, and I don't want you to risk losing all of your cards and trying to switch over because you've done all the story modes, haven't you?
Yeah, I have um done all of these four. I have 100%. I've got every card from everything, which took, like more than 2 months to do. These take a hell of a long time.
Oh yes, yes they do. But yeah, I mean, given you've only picked it up recently, that's a very solid effort. Um, if you like, you can jump into some matches and we can
Sure.
go
I'll
from there.
start off with my bread and butter.
Excellent. So yeah, you used to be a Hearthstone player and a pretty good one, from what I've heard.
Yeah, I guess so. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but yeah, I was. I don't know. You're from UK, I assume. So I don't know. The Americans would call it semi-professional, which is you're paid to play the game, but it's not your full-time job. But it's like the step below. But in Canada, we would just call that professional. Like we don't have another word for that.
Right, gotcha.
So yes, I was a salaried player to play Hearthstone for mm, 2 years while I was at school. Um, and then I got my school started to pick up a lot, so I didn't feel like I could contribute as a player that much, and I switched to become a paid member on the coaching staff for the same esports org.
Wow. Okay, so you were both competitor and coach then.
Yep, to some degree. Yeah, but I've been playing since beta. I've been playing Hearthstone a lot longer than most people.
Hmm. When was beta for Hearthstone?
I was in elementary school, so I'm guessing like 2014, I think.
Hmm.
But yeah, I've been playing it for a while, and Elder Scrolls Legends, as far as like keywords and whatnot go, it's quite similar. There's
Mm.
only a couple words that I had to learn from scratch.
Hmm. Yeah,
Hmm.
because is it lethal? That's not really a thing.
No, lethal's poisonous.
No.
It's
Okay,
it's
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 poison.
it's
Okay.
in the game as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lethal's poisonous. Charge is charge. Hearthstone, there's two words for charge. There's charge and rush. Charge allows you to hit anything you want. Rush only allows you to hit minions. Guard is taunt. Slay is kind of interesting. It's a little bit different.
Hmm.
Hmm, annoying. Um, can clear it with. Here's this.
But obviously now you make Elder Scrolls videos, and you You haven't been doing it for very long, from what I saw. You what, 2 years?
Um, yeah, technically the channel's 2 years old, but I was I've been really starting YouTube somewhat seriously since it's been a couple months now, like 6, 7 months is when I kind of had two videos lingering on that channel for a while that were just like no commentary, no nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but that's kind of where I'm at now. Is I uploaded one video on the Elder Scrolls Online. It did rather well, and I just continued with that momentum for a while.
Mm-hmm. And you've sort of, as you say, recently you've been kind of going through some of the games. So you've done Daggerfall and you've done Morrowind, and obviously you're doing Legends at the moment. Are there any?
Mhm.
What's like the next one on the list?
Oh, I think I mean, as far as Elder Scrolls games go as a whole, it's difficult to kind of just pick. Um, I've actually touched on most of them. Right now, I'm doing Oblivion,
Mm-hmm.
but I have to go back to Morrowind because I've gotten literally like hundreds of requests for me to play. What's it called? Blood Moon.
Oh yes, yeah.
So that's the DLC
Mm-hmm.
for Morrowind. Tribunal, I didn't particularly enjoy that much, so
Yeah,
um
that's fair.
it just the way it panned out. So I've been getting emails and like my Twitter feed and everything, people just constantly asking me to play Blood Moon, so I got to give that a try. Oblivion as well. I'm kind of up in the air on that one because what's it called? The remaster was just announced, and Sky
Mm,
Oblivion's supposed to drop by the end of this year too. It's
mm-hmm.
like, well, I could devote my time to other projects in the meantime.
And then move to one of those revamps when they
Yeah,
come out.
it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, like to me, it's like, I would basically like I'd like to cover either of those anyway. It's like,
Mm,
do I bother? Like, it's basically me get playing the same game twice back to back, but
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's fair. What is because what you've I'd imagine you've had many many years in Skyrim, as I'm sure all of us have.
Yeah.
Um.
I I've 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 probably played through Skyrim like 20 times. I think I had it on the PS3, then the PS4.
Yeah.
Um I've bought it probably like 7 times.
Fill Todd's
Um
pockets.
yeah, pretty much. But yeah, I've played Skyrim too much, and that's kind of originally how I started this channel. Was like Skyrim was the only Elder Scrolls game I had ever played seriously. Literally the only one.
Mm-hmm.
I tried Morrowind for the first time like 3 months ago. Oblivion for the first time a month ago. It's just all the hell did that do? Shuffle.
That'll come
Oh,
back at some point.
there's
Yeah.
a Hearthstone card like that.
Um. So I guess the follow up question is, which is your favorite now out of what Skyrim, Morrowind, ESO, Legends?
Hmm. Um. Well, I think Legends is different because it's just unique in the sense that it's a card game,
Yes,
obviously, not
yes.
particularly an RPG, but card games are probably my favorite genre of game. Like I compete locally at like tournaments where I live in different card games. Like I've played like Pokemon. Right now I'm playing a lot of Star Wars Unlimited, which is another two-lane card game
Mm,
where you've got it's actually quite similar to Legends except the resources work a little differently.
mm-hmm,
Um there's just a bunch of there's a lot of different card games I play. That it's my favorite genre. I just really like playing card games.
mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Prophecy. Um, but of the RPGs, I mean, Skyrim still got that nostalgia for me.
Mm-hmm.
because it was my first, but I really like Morrowind. I would say, like, if I got rid of any, like, nostalgia I had for Skyrim, I think Morrowind is really underrated. What the hell just happened? How did he just get a 7/7?
their support is a poorly
What the
balanced
hell?
card, to say the least.
God damn. So do
Yeah.
I have to kill both these things? Like, am I gonna get screwed here? I can,
Uh,
like, I can trade. I ideally wouldn't,
I
but
mean,
I can.
you're probably going to have to kill the spider, the guard
No, no,
there.
I know, but should I
Yeah.
kill this as well? Like, is it the
Oh.
Dwemer thing that
I mean, they might have a way to blink it, but yeah, I don't
okay.
know. Good luck is all I can say.
Because I can do this
Yeah, I think that's
and get rid of. I can kill the taunt and just keep going face with this.
I
I
would
kind of want to put this
say
over here.
finishing the game as soon as possible is probably your best plan. Obviously, that's
Yeah.
the idea with this deck anyway, but especially against this sort of opponent.
Okay. Um, sorry, what was the question? Or you're just saying which one of the Elder Scrolls
Yeah,
games? No.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Which ones are you familiar with? Have you played them all?
Yeah, I've played everything from Daggerfall onwards at least like 10 hours. So, and varying degrees from there. Morrowind and Skyrim, I've got the most hours in.
Right.
I'm not that big on Oblivion, personally. I,
Yeah, I mean, I've only put about 10 hours into Oblivion, but right now I would say it is. What the? Why do you do this to me?
I don't know. I think they're getting a bit desperate.
Okay,
That card can be useful because you can, if something's being protected by a guard, then everything comes out from under that guard.
I see.
Um, that's a weird card
Yeah, I
though.
would say of the of like I really Daggerfall to me had the issue of being I all I want to do when I play these games is do like the story content, and Daggerfall has that stuff
Hmm.
locked behind level
Levels.
restrictions.
Yeah.
And so much of that game is not handmade. It's
No.
like how much of Daggerfall was actually created by people for you to experience in terms of content. I'd say just the main story. Obviously I
Correct.
don't know too much about that game, but if I was to give it a percent, I'd say it's like 1 or less, 1% or less of that game's map and content, quote unquote, is actually handmade stuff to do.
Yes. Yeah.
So
So yeah, all of the story dungeons are handcrafted, and I think there's like half a dozen others.
yeah.
But yeah, everything
So
else is proc gen.
yeah, like I didn't see especially in terms of content creation, I didn't see a reason to um submit myself to doing just hundreds of those dungeons, which are the same thing. I don't
Yeah.
mind doing a couple, which I did. I probably played Daggerfall for 20, 24, 25 hours total.
Hmm.
I don't mind doing a couple here and there, but the problem came from the lack of um it's just like I would like to do the story content. I like to do the handcrafted content and then, move on to a different project, but I literally was just barred from doing every step of the way was just it was moving against the river. So I just kind of hung that one up.
Yeah. Yeah, Daggerfall, it's a very deep RPG experience, but
Yeah, I've heard some people online. There's a big Daggerfall content creator, Zarek something.
yeah,
Um,
rings a bell.
but he doesn't even describe it as an RPG. He calls it's a fantasy or a medieval life sim more than an
Yes.
RPG because the actual definition of an RPG, I believe, is maybe back in the day, but like nowadays, what you associate with an RPG is not what you would associate Daggerfall with.
No, it's Daggerfall's much closer to like the tabletop RPGs that it was sort of that they were inspired by stuff like D&D and
Yeah,
things when they were making Arena and
yeah,
Daggerfall.
it's
Um,
procedurally generated Dungeons and Dragons, basically.
yeah, correct. So obviously, like if that's the sort of thing you're into, then it's Daggerfall is the best game in the series for that sort of thing. Um,
Sorry, what do you think is the right play here? Do I
yeah, none of
just
your plays
scimitar
are.
this?
I. Yeah.
Or am I putting
Yeah.
out one of
I'd say either the Stone Shard or even Chieftain's Banner is not an unreasonable
okay,
play.
just so he
Just
doesn't die?
yeah, well, you're under no pressure and they've got nothing on the board,
Alright.
so you can kind of take the turn off
It's a
to get
pretty
that
slow
going.
start. I'm gonna have to add this is looking like a loss to me. Normally when I start second I lose, but we'll see.
Yeah, you kind of
Uh
need.
oh my god, this guy fucking destroyed it.
Uh,
Uh hmm,
I yeah, I'd probably just get
I
him
could
down to set up for the draw power next turn. Oh,
yeah,
that's gonna be your ring. Yeah. Oh well, we'll see what
that's
happens.
fine. Um yeah. Anyway, Oblivion to me is just like the things that made Morrowind great aren't in Oblivion, and the things that make Skyrim great aren't in Oblivion. But like, who knows? I obviously haven't played it too much, so
Yeah, I mean, I'd agree with you. I think, yeah, Morrowind and Skyrim both have their strengths, and Oblivion kind of just has half of both of them, and also a lot of the weaknesses of both, in my opinion. Like, yeah, both Skyrim and Morrowind have their issues, and a lot of those
sure.
issues are present in Oblivion, but it's missing
Yeah.
a lot of the things that make those other two games really good.
Yeah, and I mean to the point that's also a reason why I kind of like the Elder Scrolls Online is because it's not I mean it's not pretending really to be an RPG. I mean it kind of is, but like it's not um it's not like people who enjoy playing the Elder Scrolls Online for like story content and whatnot aren't, flabbergasted when you say it's like not a great RPG or whatever because it's
Mm,
kind of a completely different genre of game.
correct. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'd kind of put ESO in a similar camp to Daggerfall in the sense that like for the people it works for, it's really good, but it definitely doesn't work for everyone.
Yeah, I think yeah, for sure. And like I just started playing it. I mean, I've picked it up in the past, but like I always stopped playing it because I didn't particularly think it was that great of like a game per se.
Mm.
Um, so uh-oh. Um, but I've been just kind of going through it now for the first time and just kind of doing areas that you can't do in the single player games, or comparing them if they are existent in the single player games. And I've really liked just doing it, taking it at face value and just kind of playing it as it is.
Hmm.
Not trying to pretend it's something that it's not.
Yeah, yeah, correct. I think if you're going into it expecting it to be exact, Skyrim with other players, it's not at all.
Why didn't he didn't have enough?
Yeah, he didn't have enough. Needed one more turn, but whatever. Well, there's your
Reno.
second win uh, with the
That's the
ring.
second? I thought we were Oh, I gotta add that. Yeah, I gotta add that
Yeah,
to my tracking
yeah.
sheet here.
Add it to the
That's my
spreadsheet.
third win ever going second.
There you go. That's not bad.
I like one of the decks I want to try that I find I like the proactive control decks. There's like one that I come up against sometime and it's like green and then just like one other color. And they play a lot of things that give stuff like -2/-2 or like it's like it deals
Goblins.
with aggro really well and then later it's got this like it's kind of like a control mid-range kind of.
Yeah, you'll be talking about goblins. We would
Oh,
generally that's considered an aggro deck just because of the way it ends up. Like it can definitely switch to control, but most of the time people are playing it for aggro reasons.
okay.
Um, I could probably cook you up one very quickly. It's a bit like orcs in that it's
Well,
you
yeah,
type
I don't
goblin and
want to. Yeah, I don't want another aggro deck. I
yeah,
kind of thought
yeah.
it was
Yeah,
more
it
control.
can play it can play to mid range, but I think if a goblin deck hasn't won by like turn 12, they're probably in some trouble. Good hand.
Hmm. This is a pretty garbage hand.
Yeah, it's not the best. So what you've got maybe Oblivion next on the agenda after Legends?
Yeah, maybe. I think uh, there's a couple videos I want to make. I want to play Enderal like for
Hmm.
real because I've get that one requested a lot, but it's also something I really want to play. Like I really like that game.
Hmm.
I probably like that game more than like Skyrim. I think Enderal is really one of the best RPGs I've ever played.
Hmm.
So that's the that's something on my list. I don't know. There's so much stuff. I have a video coming out this weekend already. It's a Elder Scrolls Online one. It's just like literally like people bug me a lot for videos on certain stuff, and like whoever bugs me the most, I end up making just those videos.
Yeah.
Just probably a bad way to do it, but
Yeah. I mean,
how am I gonna get around this?
you can only do so much at a time, right?
Yeah. Do I have to worry about this? Is really annoying. I don't know how to kill this.
Chieftain's Banner will keep all of your dudes alive, and then maybe just drop down the 2 cost.
That
Yeah.
okay. What about you? What's on your horizons after Legends?
Yeah, so yeah, obviously I've only got what 2 and a bit weeks left. Um, the my channel was always planning, like I was always planning to move on to some other Elder Scrolls games because I mean,
Mm,
like even before the announcement, you're only gonna ever get so many views on a Legends video. You know, the community has always
sure.
been pretty small. Um, so I've been doing a Skyrim challenge run sort of at the end of some streams if I've like had enough of Legends for the day but don't want to end stream. I've sort of been slowly working through a challenge run for the last like 6 months. Um, and yeah, I'll just be pivoting over to that sort of stuff with just the mainline Elder Scrolls games. I'm not really interested in switching to other card games. I know some Legends creators are, but I don't know. I play it because it's an Elder Scrolls game, not because it's a card game.
Oh, I see.
Um, so
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I've been liking it so far. Oh my fucking god, bro.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah,
Fetch.
it's a great game. But yeah, we'll have to move on to other things.
Mm,
Um,
don't like this. I think maybe I would do this, ring this,
you might need
and
to. Well, you might need to stone throw one of the five powers because they've got a lot of damage coming your way next turn. Or oh no,
I was going
stone
to
shard. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, I was going to this and then kill this one that's full, and then maybe do this. And I could kill one of these. It still has so like I still get the value out of it, that 4 damage, and I kill something here.
I'd go through the 2-1, leave that 0-1 for as long as possible. Well, yeah,
All
for
right.
you, you probably just want to not bother with it.
Mhm. Yeah, hold on. I just gotta sneeze. What's All right, sorry, I'm back. Yeah, I've been
Good.
sick, pretty sick over the past couple.
Yeah, you were saying.
Which is I like I luckily got my video, like my audio recorded and everything kind of in time. So
Oh,
I didn't so
perfect.
I could just edit even while I was sick. So I was just kind of chilling.
Yeah.
Uh oh, there's no way this guy kills me, right? Three, two, uh-oh.
Does that go face? It does.
Uh
Uh,
okay, he needs one more.
well, also if he kills the 3/2 in the shadow lane, that will deal 3 damage to your face.
Oh,
Oh, that
nope.
works. Damn.
Oh, another loss going second.
Close though. You had a horrible starting hand, to be
Yeah, that
fair.
was a really bad hand. So if I lost that one,
Mhm.
and then I don't think I've ever demoted, but there's 3 lives I have at the underneath this star. How does it work?
Correct. So yeah, there's the snake constellation, which is just 2 stars.
Okay.
And it's just like you drop down to the bottom of the snake and then you can't go any lower. So you can never lose your rank once you make it, but obviously more losses makes it harder to rank up.
Right. But there's no like in Hearthstone when you're on a win streak, you get more uh you go up the ladder faster.
Right. No, there's nothing like that in Legends. At in like the bottom 3 ranks, you can occasionally get what's called a bonus round, which just means you can earn 2 stars instead of one, but that's only at the very bottom and not like doesn't happen all the time. So no, generally like it's just one star per win all the way up.
Gotcha. Have the developers of Legends ever reached out to any of the, you know, notable creators in the space and got any opinions as it was shutting down?
Not really. It's been pretty much dead air from the developers. There's been like a couple of occasional things of like, oh, sorry, the game's shutting down. Thanks for the memories, da 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 da. All the stuff you'd expect,
Right.
but no, like we don't have any official statement, for example, of this is why the game shut down or whatever. Um, so no, it's been pretty quiet so far, unless someone has heard something and I don't know about it. But yeah, in general, it's just been we literally just logged into the game on November 1st, and there was just an announcement
Mm.
there, and that was it, and pretty much nothing else was said. So yeah, bit of a rough turn of
Yeah, that's too
events.
bad.
But I mean, it's been in maintenance mode since what 2020, and no new content. The only things that have been regular have been there's an event held every weekend, but that's probably done automatically. Like I don't think there's a person actually controlling that. Um, so it's kind of as
Mm.
it's been coming for a while, but
Yeah.
yeah, still
Yeah, I
unfortunate.
mean that always sucks. That's too bad.
Yeah.
Put him here. Yeah,
Um,
I mean I yeah, I've grown to like it a lot. I Yeah, there's definitely some things that I've encountered in terms of like deck types that like I can tell they haven't been balanced in a while.
yeah.
Like they shouldn't exist. Like at the beginning, I was just thinking I was naive as a new player, but it's like, oh no, this
No.
definitely
Yeah, and when they put the game into maintenance mode as well, they released like I don't know, maybe a dozen cards or so as sort of a thanks for playing. Here's some extra cards to play with in the time you have left or whatever. And out of those like dozen cards, maybe three of them are well balanced, and the rest
Oh,
are all just like horrible. And you know, of course, because that happened the instant that the game was being shut down, there's never been a balance patch for any of them. So
right. Yeah, there's
yeah.
well, that's one thing I did like about Hearthstone was it had a variety of game modes.
Mm,
Like I
yes.
used to be a big classic Hearthstone player, which
Mhm.
they released when classic WoW came out, which was literally Hearthstone like alpha, like all the cards behave the way it did back in the day. Hearthstone has a big issue with generation. Like you just pull like solutions out of thin air and there's like no counterplay.
Mhm.
Um, but back in the day, Hearthstone was much more about skill rather than if you can pull random bullshit to help you win the game,
Yeah.
which it kind of is now. And like a lot of the big Hearthstone creators are leaving and stuff. Like they are, it's just not in a great spot. I don't know. All the card games are kind of doomed from what I've
Yeah.
seen.
There aren't really any that are in a good spot at the moment.
Yeah, like I've seen what's it called? Pokemon just released a new app called Pokemon Pocket, I think. It has a card game. It has like a battler in there, but that's it's not it's the purpose of it is to collect cards, I think.
Right.
Um yeah, I don't know. I all the card games I play and I do play quite a few. Um none of them that I can think of are particularly in a great spot at the moment.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's fair. Yeah, it's a little unfortunate. Um, that yeah, the whole genre is just kind of I don't know, a lot of balance issues and a lot of abuse of mechanics and stuff at the moment.
So you're not interested in picking up a new card game?
Nah, I don't think so. I always planned for my channel to be an Elder Scrolls channel, and I'm quite determined to
What
stick to
about
that.
what's the one? There is another one in online,
Oh
is there
god.
not?
Um, yeah.
I've never tried it, but like maybe we'll see what the reception is on me. How am I gonna get three stone throws
I
in his
don't
hand?
know, dude.
This is fucking ass. I'm gonna
um,
put this guy over here.
Tales of Tribute is the
Yeah,
one
yeah,
in
yeah.
ESO. Yeah, I haven't played it. I've seen gameplay of it, and it does not.
What card game is that similar to at all?
I don't
Do you
know.
know?
No, I've got no idea,
I've
but
literally just seen images and I don't know. I don't know.
yeah,
The
I
only card game I've ever played that was, like, too crazy for me was Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I was like, "What the f" like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is insane.
yeah, yeah.
You have to have, like, the biggest brain to retain all that information.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've seen some footage of Tales of Tribute and it doesn't look fun isn't the
But, hey,
word I'd
maybe
describe
I
it.
mean, you may as well, do a deep dive video on that. Like,
Yeah.
why not? That's the only other Elder Scrolls card game. That's a good, like, transition into, like, I don't know. You go like, "Okay, I'm thinking about trying Elder Scrolls Online. Let's do Tales of Tribute first."
Mm.
And,
Yeah.
everyone seems to dislike that game, so even if you roast it, it'd probably do fine.
No one cares. Yeah, I'll probably I'll touch on it at some point. But I don't know. I'm not in a rush to play it from the point of view of enjoying it. You know,
Yeah, fair.
as far as a video goes, absolutely. But for something to
Yeah,
play
because
in my own
I don't
time.
know. Yeah. What does this button do? Does this do the
Um,
entire hand?
no, no, no. So that just shows you the board. It's mainly just
Oh.
useful in the story missions more than anything.
Do I want the scimitar if I have a 2-drop? Shouldn't I look for a 2/3?
Yeah, I'd probably pitch. Yeah, you could keep the prophecy, but yeah, that's it'll probably be fine.
Yeah, I don't oh, yeah, that's better.
Yeah, good
This
curve.
to this. If I kept the sword, oh my god, okay, it's perfect. I go this, and then this next turn, and then that turn after. Do you recognize these names like at like the ranks and stuff you play at? Are you like, oh,
Yes,
that's that guy?
especially nowadays, because obviously the player numbers have dropped off a lot since the announcement of the shutdown. So yeah, no, I definitely see a lot of familiar names.
Like you ever pop into a game and they're like in the Discord? Oh my god, it's fucking
Uh,
invade.
I love that you've only been
God
playing
damn
for
it,
like 2 months and you have an
bro.
equal
I
hatred.
hate I hate this goddamn deck. It's fine. I could kill the invader right now.
I would.
Why did he? Why did he get it? Oh, he did
He
this.
played.
He got
Yeah,
this, and he a random rolled something that also works with invade.
yeah. That's
Oh,
cool, right?
great. God damn it. Fine, I can't even kill it because
No,
it's
it's got
stealth.
cover.
Why is it like? At least put it in. If they put it in this lane, it'd be like, all right, whatever. But the fact that it gets stealth when it comes in is crazy.
Preaching to the
It
choir,
has.
dude.
Why does that? Yeah. Like what the hell? Like it would be okay if it came in at 1 health. That would be like
Yeah.
okay.
It used to be worse, believe it or not. They patched it once, and then it's still like horrid to play against.
Oh my god.
Because you used to be able to bump the portal into your hand, and it would keep its level. So then at the end of each
Let's
turn,
see.
players would just like unsummon the portal, and then they could put it back down next turn, and you could never interact with it.
I don't really know what to do here. The portal's gonna be annoying. It's already at level 3, 2. It's all right. I can kill this. Overwhelm that, and then maybe just put a damage into that.
Yeah.
See what he does.
You're looking for a stone throw, basically.
Yeah, stone throw would be nice. I had 3 of them in my hand last game. At least I know probably what my turn 5 is.
Yeah.
It's not horrible. That's annoying. Oh, it's a 4/4.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, well, there's
Okay.
a stone throw. So I think I'm just doing this.
Yeah.
Maybe dropping this over here?
Yeah, that's what
Make
I would
him
do.
spread it out a little bit. This guy's useless because he's silenced and whatever will just hit his face. It's crazy. Like, he's had a better aggro opening hand than I have with invade.
Yeah. And oh my
Oh,
god. Yeah, I was just gonna say
another
the
one.
great thing is once you use your stone throw, they just immediately get it back up the following turn.
It's better than it
Even
was
higher.
before.
Oh my god. Yep.
Okay, I'm just gonna play this.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, it's basically invade, pilfer.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the two like I lose to all the time. I can't like
Yeah.
they're just too they're too overstated for what they do.
Very and they snowball very effectively. You know, if you can't take out their problem cards within the first couple of turns, it's already over most of the
If
time.
he doesn't have anything here, oh.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, man. Like,
Yeah, I would just
get me
tap
out of
out.
here.
Yeah, not worth it. Yeah, so there's definitely
Yeah.
positives
I
and
mean,
negatives.
I do like how the community kind of everybody hates people who play those decks and they're like you actually don't see them that often because they're like so scummy. Like maybe you do once you get to like rank 1 and 2. Like that guy was rank 2.
Mm.
Maybe you do see them more often when you're up there, but like
I don't know. These days, I'm encountering incredibly annoying stuff at every part of the ladder. It's just, yeah. I don't know. People play what they want to play, and I guess invade is fun. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's not
I
even.
went
There are a lot of things that invade loses to, but
Yeah, like I think like the control. Maybe I'll play that after this
mm,
game, depending on how this one goes. The OTK one I have.
which OTK are you rocking with at the moment?
It's the one that the Thorana one. I've been trying to learn
Oh,
that one.
Ice Spike.
Yeah,
Yeah, gotcha.
but yeah, sometimes when I use her, it just like the fuck was that? Okay. I'm just gonna do this because
Yeah.
I want to make sure we get the draw. Give a creature -4. Hmm, bro.
Yeah, they're on
That,
a
that
very standard control build. Like
I don't even have.
Tribunal, the class they're playing is the like definitive control list.
Hmm. Well, we'll see.
You might be able to rush it.
Don't like that. Stone throw, can't really use that. I'm just gonna throw this guy over here. I guess I should have done this first. I faced one deck that was like all prophecy,
Oh yes,
like
yeah.
every
That
card, like, and it just like completely shut me down. Like I couldn't. Every turn, this guy was getting prophecy and just like destroying me.
yeah. Yeah. That's been like a known strategy since like beta, is people will just play prophecy decks,
Hmm.
which
Is there anything that can actually restore runes in this game?
there are two cards in the entire game. They're both uniques and they're both conditional as well. So there's the Mechanical Heart, which is a support. So obviously, like it can just get support removed. But once you hit 0 health, it will put you back up to 10 and restore a rune, assuming it goes off. Um,
Right.
is Singleton a thing in Hearthstone?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Singleton is like yeah, very specific deck type.
yeah.
Like there's a bunch of cards that support it. Oh my god, another fucking prophecy.
Yeah, so there's a Singleton card that gains 5 health and restores a rune. But, then
And
you're
it's
playing.
explicitly says like if you don't have
Yeah, it's something along the lines of if you had
any
no
duplicate.
duplicates at the start of the game, then do XYZ.
Wait, I can't get past this.
Yeah. Yeah, good luck. Okay, well, you can get rid of that guard at least.
Yeah. I
It's,
don't think there's any way I can win
it's not
here.
great though, eh?
All right, I'll try the other list.
Yeah. Yep, no, that's fair. Because when you were playing Hearthstone, were you more like aggro or control? What was
Oh,
your
my
sort of.
game froze. No, I never played I never played aggro. I hated in Hearthstone aggro is like you don't uh it's the only card game I've ever played where it literally requires no brain power at all. Like it's Elder Scrolls Legends aggro. It's like you still have to decide what lane you're putting stuff in and like
Hmm.
There's still but Hearthstone aggro, especially, I don't really know how to describe it, but, like, the metas back when I used to play, a lot of it was, like, from hand, so there was, like, nothing unless you were
Okay.
playing warrior or priest who could, like, heal yourself or overheal yourself, there's, like they played for board, they would win board, and then from hand, they would kill you.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can really do about that.
Hmm.
So, but I haven't played Hearthstone in a couple of years, so I don't know if that's changed. But I pretty much exclusively played control,
Uh-huh.
sometimes combo, basically never mid range. I just felt there's not a lot of value in those playstyles in Hearthstone.
Yeah, mid range and legends. I I think it gets dunked on more than it deserves, but it's definitely not. Like most people in the top 100 probably aren't playing mid range. They're usually either aggro or control. Um,
Yeah,
so
I feel like control has the most skill expression in Hearthstone anyway.
mhm.
I don't know how it is in this game, but
Depends what sort of control you're on. There are definitely some that just, try to get some max value out of those poorly balanced cards and win because of it. Um, but there are definitely some that require a good bit of careful gameplay.
right. Oh, do I have an attack here? I don't think so. Yeah, this is one thing I don't particularly like about the at least this deck. The control playstyle in this game is like you're just passing turns,
Hmm.
which in like Hearthstone is like criminal. Like you don't if you float a turn, that's like a cardinal sin.
Uh huh.
You do something. You always do something. But in this game, it's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna pass.
Yeah, there's a lot of like a lot of the removal in this game is you can like 2 for 1 or 3 for 1 with a single card. So like you often you don't have to do something every turn because you can get away with waiting a couple of turns and then wiping the board or whatever, um,
Right.
and just keep those resources in hand.
Can I clear? No.
You could, but you'd have to
Guess I
spend like
could. I'd have to use another card. It's
yeah.
fine. I'll go this. That's one. That's two. I'll just wait because I can kill it next turn and draw some cards with this guy.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I may as well go this into this.
Yep.
Just draw. That's good. I don't have any in here, but this deck has been hard for me to learn, but
Yeah,
I do like
I'm
the
I'm not familiar with this list to be fair, but it looks interesting from what I saw.
combo decks in Hearthstone are like literally never complicated. It's like two cards.
Yeah,
They're quite easy to pull off.
there's a couple in Legends that are just a couple of cards, but often those ones rely on the unique legendaries, the ones that only require
Right.
like 2 cards. So, it's sort of like, yes, it only takes 2 cards, but if one of them's in the bottom 10 cards of your deck, good luck.
Now there's a card in Hearthstone. It's a 5 cost priest card. Well, it's a quest reward, but it adds a it's a 5 cost unit that's like a 5 cost 7/7 with guard basically, and it shuffles in a 10 cost spell into your deck that kills your opponent. I used to
What the
just play
fuck?
that all the time. Yeah. The quest reward, I forget what you had to do. It was a quest reward. So in Hearthstone, you have quests. You,
Yeah.
you always get them in your opening hand, and then you fulfill certain. It's like you had to play like 8 Death Rattle minions or something.
Uh huh.
Is kind of whatever, but um, it yeah, it would literally it's just a 10 cost kill your opponent. Like no counterplay, nothing. It's just if you drew that card, Hearthstone only goes up to 10 mana, by the way, so
Yeah,
that's a bit
yeah.
more that's harder to do than how does this guy do? Three or more creatures die this turn. Oh. Oh, see, like this,
Mm.
I hate. Like, what do I do here?
I would probably get rid of that 4/3. Uh,
With
Whatever you need to, but the longer it sticks around. Blood magic spells are 2 cost cards that, like, they're the value of like a 5 cost card for 2.
okay, do this then.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
that's. No, go on.
it's slow. Like I'm only 35 card. Like combo decks in Hearthstone are way faster. Like we're on turn 10. Combo decks in Hearthstone usually are done by like turn 14, and I'm like not even 20% of the way.
There are ways you can. I mean, yeah, I've done a version of the same. There you go. I've done a version of the same idea with the ice spikes. That's instead built around just like discarding as many cards as possible from your deck because there's quite a few cards that will just be like, oh, discard the top 3 cards or whatever. But then you run into risk of someone banish. Oh Jesus. Someone banishing your discard pile or whatever. So benefits and
Yeah, like I can't even do anything about this.
no, yeah,
Can I target these with actions?
you can,
Yes, I
yeah.
think. Oh. Yeah, I just have to burn so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how great this like this deck is I know I'm not super familiar with it, but it does not seem it doesn't seem great. Like I get outvalued by control decks, I get outvalued by mid range. Like it doesn't have enough
Mm.
control. It's basically like you need your crazy cards. If you don't get them, it's over.
Yeah. There are definitely different takes on OTKs, and there are some that you can be genuinely competitive, but a lot of them are just kind of meme decks that work sometimes
Yeah.
and are very satisfying when they do, but it can also depend on the opponent a lot.
Yes, now I'm in the snake rank. Okay, I'll try this one. This one was one I got from the Elder Scrolls Legends deck Discord.
Oh yes, yeah,
It's
yeah.
a this is like a dragon control deck, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, my ideal
Sure.
deck, I suppose, would be a proactive control deck where like I'm playing like units to deal with other units.
Yeah. I mean, dragons are not far from a proactive control. What else you would go for proactive control? Um, yeah, it's hard because the lines often end up blurring with mid range when you start talking about that sort of thing, and legends specifically, I guess. You're up against one of the viewers of the stream, by the way. I assume he's not stream sniping, but
Oh, okay.
I'm sure it'll be okay. It's just
This out over here.
um, yeah. I mean, if you want, I can probably send you a deck as well if you're wanting to try out something new today.
Sure. Yeah, like I'll play a couple more this after. I'll play like probably two or three more, but yeah, I just finished work, so I have to eat and stuff. But
Oh yeah, no, that's all good. If
I'll
you,
probably play tomorrow.
yep, yep, no, that's all right.
Mm,
So what's sort of your long-term goals with the channel? Are there any sort of really big projects that you're looking to do?
mm, yeah, there is one big project I originally was gonna do for my 25,000 subscriber special, but like that I hit that in like December and we're like almost at like 33 now or something.
Uh-huh.
Um so something I've been looking at is I want to there's like this big uh kind of like challenge I want to do, which is kind of what is it? I want to so I got sent by Bethesda one of the cookbooks for the Elder Scrolls.
Oh yes.
So I want to see if I can beat Skyrim with with by basically only using the cookbook.
What
So
do you mean?
yeah, yeah. So I've been thinking about it. So what I'm gonna do, I've been trying to write the rules so like I can like so okay, so basically every time I talk to an NPC of a different race, I'm gonna have to cook a dish of their race. And I'm gonna see if I can beat the main campaign doing it that way.
Uh-huh.
So like it's gonna be crazy. Like I don't even know if it's possible, but like it'll be interesting, the
That's
kind of
hilarious.
challenge.
I love that.
So it's also gonna cost a shit ton of money
Yeah,
because
I was gonna say.
groceries are like insanely expensive in Canada.
Yeah.
Uh but
Oh, how good.
um but yeah, I want to try. I'm still working. Like I'm trying to make sure it's possible. So like I kind of Googled like the encounters of the Skyrim main campaign,
Hmm.
and you can't do it. You have to speak with like I don't know what it is, like 30 something people,
Yeah.
and you can't do it according to the rules I was thinking of anyway. So I think I'm gonna do every time I speak to a new race, I have to. So if I like speak to like four Nords in a row,
Hmm.
I don't have to cook a dish
Yeah.
for five different Nords, But like,
Okay, no, I like that. That's a insane idea, but
yeah,
will be
it is
cool as
insane.
hell if you can get it to work.
Yeah, it'll be that's again, that is like a massive video. Like
Oh yeah.
it will take me like a month to do. Like after work, I come home, I play Skyrim, and then I'll probably have to. That's it. Like I'll play Skyrim for like half hour, probably talk to another NPC, and I'll have to like cook,
Yeah.
and that'll be like an entire day.
Yeah. God, yeah,
It's
that
gonna be
is
rough.
complicated. Because you stream occasionally?
I stream once a month or less.
Uh-huh.
I really don't. I do not stream that often.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a little awkward in terms of timing for me, but oh, what do I gotta do here? Um, yeah, I would not be streaming it. I don't think. My real life schedule is too crazy for me to even consider streaming something like that.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough.
How's this? Oh, Destroy a creature. Give its keyword to a random dragon in your hand. Hmm.
So you could get guard off that, I guess.
Yeah. I don't think that's super worth it. I think I'm hitting face.
Hmm.
Doing this. And then I have dragon plays, so I'm going to play this to make sure it's stealth, so I proc it next turn.
Mm-hmm. Because how long do you have to spend on your like videos between recording and editing and everything else?
mm, it My videos probably take me, they usually take me between 30 and 40 hours to make each.
Wow. Yeah, that's a
So
big push.
so it's like a full work week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a lot. But you know, um yeah, it's a lot of effort. But like that's also one of the reasons my ESO videos did as well as they did, is because no other ESO content creator was really doing what I was doing.
Right. In terms of just putting so many hours in.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Because yeah, you've got this series of trying to 100% ESO.
Yeah, that
How
that's correct. Each of those videos take 20 hours of gameplay
Jesus.
each. Oh, I should have done this first. Yeah, those, like the one I'm uploading this weekend is on the Murkmire DLC. That took me like 19 hours to what was that?
Um, it breaks your front rune, and you had no runes left.
Oh.
So, told you. Um, yeah.
Yeah.
No, what? How many? So, what you're doing a video per zone, roughly?
Yeah. Those videos take a long time to do. So I've been trying
Mm-hmm.
to transition away from them.
Mm-hmm.
Again, no one does them for ESO for a reason, because they take 20 plus hours to do,
Uh-huh.
to beat the zone guide for each zone. So I did the entire Aldemary Dominion. Then I did what I do then? Then I did like the main campaign in Cold Harbor, and then I did Morrowind, which was interesting. There's a lot of people who were curious about, a lot of Morrowind fans who hate ESO.
Yeah.
So that video of mine got like, I don't know, 600K or something.
Yeah.
Like it had got a lot of like, there's just nobody doing that because it takes so much time to like go through everything in every zone. It's just like it's a pretty crazy commitment to do.
Yeah. 100%.
So it's just I had the leisure of just having a completely open market. Like there was literally nobody doing what I was doing.
Yeah. Yeah. No competition.
Yeah. So, oh, all right, that's fine. Um, yeah, it's. But as I said, I've been trying to move away from it. Like my Daggerfall videos took me, I don't know, they took me like 4 hours to make each. They took me no time at all. They were super easy to do.
Yeah.
Because I was just recording I didn't have to. I wasn't doing a video essay. Basically, I was just
Mm-hmm.
kind of doing what I was doing. So this guy is +2/+2. Okay, well, I wonder what my play for this turn is gonna be.
I would go for the middle one. Ah, nah,
Yeah.
that's probably lost you the game. You picked the wrong one.
Do I even care about that? It's 4 cost 2/2. That's pretty shit in terms of tempo.
I agree. I
I
think
think he's
that
just dead
card
next turn if he
is
doesn't do something.
overrated.
Um, Betray. What?
It
Transform a
transforms.
creature into a random creature that costs one more. Okay.
I mean, they're probably still dead. That's definitely a desperation play. Mm.
I can do. I'm trying to think of the best play I can do. I think it's this into another one of these. Trade. Hit base.
Yeah, you should be alright.
Yeah. Hopefully I won't demote. I think this is my last straw here. I'm at the bottom of the demotion rank.
Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, I fucking hate that card.
yeah.
He's dead
Yeah, you can get through
though.
it. Nicely done.
So does that completely move me back to normal, or do I still have to make my way up the snake again?
I can't remember what rank you were at. Oh, yeah, no, so you'll have one more to get out of the snake. The next
All
win
right,
will
I'll
get you out.
play. I'll play one more. Hopefully we win,
Sounds
and then I'll
good.
go get my dinner.
No worries. So what's your angle with I spent 100 days playing Elder Scrolls Legends? What are your takeaways so far?
Um, well, like I think like where this game really shines is the PvE, which
Mm.
a lot of card games don't particularly have something as robust that Legends does. And I've played lots of card games. I would say the only game that comes close is Faria, um, which you can get on Steam. It used to be free, but I think you have to pay for it now. But that one's a really good card game because it has the extra element of building your terrain. You have to build your board, and
Mm.
depending on which terrain you use, you can put down different things. Anyway, I really like that.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But um I don't know. I think the PvE in this game is like crazy. Like it seems wild to me that they're taking this offline with the amount of what the fuck is that? That's crazy.
That's a card you could put in your deck, probably. But
Yeah.
um yeah, I mean the story modes are a lot of fun and also a bit like I reckon the Isle of Madness story is one of the best like written Elder Scrolls stories we've gotten in like ages, just in terms of like how well it's made. Um, but yeah, it's very
That's the
unfortunate. Uh,
Chiagoroth one.
yeah, correct.
Yeah, I still hadn't played Oblivion, like that
Hmm.
DLC, which I assume it was based off of, so I didn't understand everything, but
Yeah,
yeah, it was good.
yeah, yeah. No, yeah, I definitely think it's a shame that. I mean, obviously, it's a shame that the game's shutting down, but I think it would have been so good if they could have just kept the story, the PVE, as you say, sticking around.
Do I want to do this? I could get some pretty good trading in here. Let me do this first and this. I guess I probably should have killed the 6/3, but
Well,
then my guy
yeah.
would have died. What does Treasure Hunt do?
I love Treasure Hunt. So the way it works is when you draw a card of the type that it says, then it gets the buff. So that one's looking for a support, an item, and an action. So once they draw one each of those three, then it gets +5/+5.
I see.
It's not a very well fleshed out mechanic. It came out with the Clockwork City story mode, and then they kind of ignored it ever since then. But if you build a deck around it, it can be a lot of fun.
Can I? Okay, so I'm trying to think of my plays here. I can stone shard.
One thing to keep in mind is the stone. If you put the stone shard in that right lane,
Yeah,
uh,
that's what I would do.
its
Is it give
damage.
overwhelm on that?
Yeah, its damage will have breakthrough.
Hmm. Yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do is stone shard this one to get the most overwhelm I can.
Hmm.
Kill that with this. Do the 2, do the 5. And then with this I have what?
Yeah.
Did it just get one of them?
Yeah, and
Got
so
one.
yeah,
Oh,
it needs
this
to
card.
find
Okay.
all three. I yeah, think you're probably okay though.
Yeah, if he has deal
Oh,
1 damage to all enemy units. What?
uh, haven't seen that card in a long time.
What the hell is that? Deal 1 damage to all enemy creatures in a lane for each destroyed enemy rune. Oh.
It's not that good, but when it works, it works. Um,
Okay. I'm gonna I don't really know what to do because of that. I'm gonna go this here. Can he kill me? No.
not at the moment.
Not at the moment.
But if he has any
So
items, I mean, if he can kill you, there's not much you can do about it from hand.
yeah,
Is unfortunate truth.
we'll see. He kills me or I kill him, I guess.
Yeah.
Although I guess I should have, knowing he runs that card, I should have split up the
True.
units there.
Yep. Ah
Oh,
well.
too bad.
You didn't. You were going second, so we'll blame it on that.
Yeah, I gotta put that on my sheet here. Okay, well, I think that's about it for me today.
Yep, that's all good. Thank you very much for coming on. It was great chatting with you.
Yeah, it
Um,
was nice.
is there anything you want to promote? Anything people should be keeping their eye out for coming out on your channel?
Nope, just my Legends video, which I think will come out pretty close to when the game closes. I'll drop first impressions, but that's my one and only video on the game.
Hmm.
So that's the only thing that your audience probably would care about.
That's all good. Oh well, yeah. Thanks again for coming on. I hope you've enjoyed your time in Legends. Um,
I did. Yeah, it's nice.
Excellent. Alrighty. Well, I'll let you get on with your day. And yeah, thanks
Okay.
again.
All right. See ya.
See ya.